Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back again with another Caspian video. I played him quite a bit on the channel. He's turned into one of my top 10, top 15 characters. My build is different, which is why I'm making this video, although he is still sort of broken and janky, although they are fixing quite a bit of that in the Kazumi update. I haven't tried it out for myself, but his ammo goes up to 21. His ultimate will regen his ammo, and they fix the bug he's got at the moment where you can't really use your weapons properly and you're just ghost reloading, so all good stuff. And his F, I think, is also changing quite a bit, but pretty much everything I'm talking about in this video will still be relevant after the update. Of course, the weirdest one that is still broken with him is the credit card not triggering on your talent. The other two do, and that is the main change in the build, is that this is now level 3 and works really, really well. You can just spam your left click sort of infinitely as long as you're landing it. Makes it a hell of a lot more fluid to play. You do trade off a bit of sustain, but I feel like it's kind of worth it at the moment. The only other thing I want to mention before we jump in, I think I might have talked about it in a different video, but he doesn't have mid-air inaccuracy at the moment, and they don't seem to be adding it. You can kind of just jump around and get perfectly accurate shots. And yeah, I haven't really seen anybody take advantage of that, even though it does give you the extra mobility. Of course, it is a little bit harder to hit your shots, but for game 1, King of the Home Marauders, probably got an Io, an Andrew, a Vivian, and an Ash. And then for their side emojis, there is a Tyra, a Grover, and a Maeve. Will go for measured cadence. And then the setup, I have 2 versions here, but this one's just if the credit card ever gets fixed or changed to trigger on the talent. I'm not sure if it's meant to, but they should definitely mention here if it isn't. But yeah, just ignore this one unless you're watching this video way in the future and things are different. But we'll go for double nimble to start. Kind of like that on Caspian. You don't really need it with the setup, but I grab it anyway. We've got Goddess's Blessing, Never Mind, Lifelink, Curse of Evolve, Opportunity Kill, Spattering Ram, Street Justice, Rampant Blooming Burn Monster, Soul Collector, and Toot. I really should not be this pushed up. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Did get first blood there, little tap or 2 on the Ceres. I think she's out. Moji's just here. Yeah, that's a team wipe. We'll dash in on the Tyra, I suppose. Tried to like sort of pre-aim that, didn't really work. She is dead though. Tried to reload, but of course we've got the ammo gen. Definitely do that out of habit. I'm still not really used to it, even though I played with the setup quite a bit compared to how much I played the other one. It still feels a bit weird. I think Ceres has run up here. It's just a pure guess though. She's down on the bottom. Grover just standing there, giving me a free trigger. Okay, let's go ahead and push in, get rid of him. There's a stun. Super free kill there. Maybe we can get rid of the Moji. I'm kind of scared of Moji though, to be honest. I feel like somebody who knows what they're doing with her is pretty bursty, more so than I'm really ready to deal with at the moment. We'll go for Haven. Also, yeah, the other thing that's broken, I talked about this for sure in another video, is that your left click doesn't put you into combat, which is kind of a big deal because you can just spam your left click and use it to sort of zone people and heal at the same time. So something to note. Ceres with the ult. Am I dead here to Moji? Yeah, sort of spawned behind him. We'll go for the ult. That's a freaking huge amount of burst there. I need to be jumping around, not actually using my own advice. There's 2 of them gone. Don't know exactly what Maeve's doing, but that's a triple. Alright, let's go in on the Moji. I'm going to be able to get a quadra. I should have used it to go over this way. It's fine then. We've got the healing from being out of combat. She's just stunned. Free kill. The Caspian is also really bursty, although not as much as Moji. I feel like you're actually more consistent on Caspian if you're landing your stuff. Just getting some free charges. We'll dash up here. There's some shots on the Ceres. I didn't really talk about it in the intro, but if you haven't seen my other video for Caspian, you might want to do that because it does give you a lot of context for why the setup works so well. We'll go for the F and not another one because it's on cooldown. We'll grab some more veteran. Sure, let's go for health. I don't feel like that's a particularly great idea, but I'm going to go for it anyway. There's some stuff on Grover. Okay, sure, Tyra's just in the corner. Let's get rid of the Maeve. Get rid of the Moji. Nope, there we go. There's a Q. It's landed. Ammo gen just crazy. Free quadra. That was really messy, but it worked. I'll take it. For sure, if you've used the other version of the setup that I showed in previous videos, you definitely want to give this one a shot with the ammo, or if you haven't, maybe that one didn't work for you, definitely give it another go, because if you try this one out and you get the ammo gen in there, it does make it a hell of a lot easier, especially with the bug that's still in live, which will probably be fixed a little bit later. But I think they specifically talked about that one in the update with Kazumi. There's a Q on top of the Grover. This is such a bad place. I'm trying to make commentary. He still died though. He actually flung himself off the map to get rid of that last like 20 health he had. Definitely a bit of a stomp game so far. The only one that's even causing any trouble to me is the Moji. There goes Tyra. Get rid of the Grover too. It really makes getting like chain kills super easy if you're landing the free hits for your ammo. Can't do words today when I'm in the middle of everything. Could have probably ended up with the extra 2 kills there. Popped arrow. Ash went for it too, trying to get rid of the Ceres here. There we go. Tyra's gone as well. We'll dash in. Grover's out. I think I should try and fight further away against this Moji. I have a way better sort of advantage, but there we go. Still got rid of her. Tyra's on the bottom. Sound effects on this map are kind of funky sometimes. There we go. She's not gone. Okay, how that worked, but alright, let's get rid of the Ceres as well. Might as well use the right click a bit if we're close. Thought I was dead here, really should have finished this fight ages ago. Don't know why I'm so rusty today. We'll finish off Haven, full damage reduction, throw some orbs over there. It still triggers on the Moji if you do hit her in her immunity. I think it also triggers on other immunities like Eevee's Ice Block, but I'm not sure about decoys. But there we go, there is the victory. Pretty quick game. We'll do one more. I thought this was going to be a bit of a shorter video, but I'll do one more anyway because that was like a 2, 3, 4 minute game probably after I cut it down. There you go, stats for the first one. Not going to spend any time on them here, so going to straight requeue, jump into another one. I think generally in matches, unless they're really long sieges or something, I'm just going to breeze through the stats and just show them on screen quickly. But yeah, there you go, into game 2. Going for the exact same thing. We've got a Damba, a Lian, a Ram and a Talas from King of the Hill. Snowfall for their side, a Sati, a Lex, a Lian, an Andra, and an Amani. I'd definitely say Caspian is build and also playstyle dependent, but if you've got those two down and you know what you're doing, he's actually pretty easy to play. I see a few people have a hard time with him, but I really think it comes down to just the way you're picking him up and also the setup you're running. Nearly got shredded there. Hello, enemy Andro. Didn't show the loading screen, but a bunch of people in this one were like level 100 plus, so that doesn't mean very much because you can buy levels, or I guess you could. Just worth pointing out that I feel like people in this one actually know what's going on. Get rid of the Sati, dash through. I think I actually hit it with the charge from the right click there. Okay, we'll drop down. There goes Amani. There goes Alex. If I could have just landed those shots, that would have been a free quadra again. I messed up by a little bit. They are very bursty on their sides, as you can sort of see. Dead there again. Think we're only winning this one because of the objective, to be honest. Amber with the ult. I should probably play more aggressively instead of playing the point, but it's winning us the game, so I'm kind of just defaulting to it. Let's dash in. Hello, Sati. Can we just get the burst? I feel like that should have done it. Actually hit her there with the last little tag and she was on like 2 health. So managed to get away though just by a tiny bit. We'll go for... I think I'm going to save and get more having, so actually going to need it. I'm running in, Damba with the heal. There's a Q. Missed that, or sort of missed it, I guess. Hello, Lex. You're out. Sure. I'm trying to F. Okay, never mind. I was pretty close again there to pulling off a couple kills. Just a tiny bit of messing up the flow though, and you really do sort of struggle. Hello, Lian. Dash through her. Sure, there's a Q. Kind of hard to do if I'm just not landing that first little tick to get us going. I feel like it really is just the one card that gives us the 3 stacks for the passive or the Q that is making this whole setup work. Without it, I think Caspian would be a way worse tiered character for me. Would go up. Never mind, Lian's ulting. That didn't land. She's still dead because Lian with a really long Russian name just shredded her. Also way less space for me to carry because in this one I think the rest of the team is doing pretty good work. We'll throw the Q back there. I thought she was still further back. That was a pretty hefty sort of charged hit there, but okay. That's Sati ulting. She knows I'm here, so I dashed up. I guess hiding in the corner kind of worked. Push around the side a bit here. Oh, I'm totally dead. I'm not stacked up whatsoever. There's a Q, which landed. There's just so much burst right now, because obviously they are a full team of damages, which is kind of the reason we're winning, but also the reason I'm not really able to go off on my own and deal with them, because I just get bursted by like 3 and I'm dead before I can even react. The one thing that makes it really awkward when you're like not stacked up is just the travel speed of the projectile. Once you've got the speed going, it's kind of fine, but obviously without the first trigger and your stacks up, it's just really, really slow and makes it really awkward to hit. I sort of wish it was the same speed the whole time, but obviously that makes Caspian a little bit too good and is sort of a way to balance him that works surprisingly well, even though it is a little bit frustrating. I think that Sati might have definitely like not been here for a bit, just got rid of her, and the Andro somehow with that F little spin finish off our Haven just to try and counter their burst a bit, which is not really helping, to be honest. Doesn't matter anyway, there's the victory. Didn't look at the score, but I think we were ahead by about 100 or 2, and yeah, there we go. Stats for the second one. I did way less in that, but I feel like it was worth including in the video and definitely some showcase for how awkward it can be to start and get going, especially if you're against a team that don't have a tank or a support where you can get that free sort of first hit. Because even though, like I said, Caspian I would consider a pretty easy character if you're running the right build and playstyle, he is still sort of jank. I'm sure a lot of the changes in the Kazumi update will iron that out a bit, but he'll still have some just inherent jank because of the way he is as a character even after the buffs, because he definitely still is, and I'm sure will continue to be rather, yeah, just janky and broken. Thank you so much for watching though. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see me next. I'll see you guys all really, really soon, and as always, stay frosty.